Hello and welcome, my friends. I'm Mary Ann, and this is yoga. And for about the next 30 minutes or so, we are going to be moving through a series of poses called standing strength. So what that means is that we'll be doing the warriors, few triangles, and other standing poses designed to strengthen the body and target specifically those large muscle groups, the quads, the hips, the glutes, and of course, our core, the abs. So let's start in mountain and stand up nice and tall. So for the ladies, we want to bring our feet under our hips, about a fist distance of space apart. For the gentlemen, it's more like 2. Again, these are approximates. What we want to find here is the symmetry, the alignment with the joints. So the earlobes are over the collarbone, shoulders over the ribs, ribs over the hips, hips over the knees, knees over the ankles, and the ankles are in line with the middle 2 toes. Our toes are pointing forward, our heels are pointing behind, and we begin to sway slightly. So as in all poses in yoga, the standing poses anyway, we want to have that connection to the earth through the feet. This is particularly important when we're talking about standing strength. So we sway forward and back, we sway side to side, and then we move into a circular clockwise direction, finding the 4 corners of the feet and all 10 toes will come in very handy when we move into the warriors. So clockwise in counter, and then we'll come back to center. Let's wake up our quads and our hips. So as we inhale, let's reach for the sky, palms together, exhale, bend and bend. So we want to bend the knee and the elbow, find the quads. Let's do that again. Reach up and bend. Let's do 2 more. So starting to find our breath, inhaling nose, exhaling nose. Sitting here in a chair. Hinge fold coming forward. Ribs move toward our thighs, hands to the shins. Now let's lengthen our legs and bring our kneecaps into our thighs, shoulders away from our ears, looking down at the earth. Then as we exhale, bend. Again, finding those quads. Inhaling, lengthen. Exhaling, we bend. Let's do 2 more. Inhaling, lengthen. Exhaling, bend. 1 more and we hold. Hold here. Now just melt into the pose, reaching for the earth. You don't have to touch. And then slowly lengthening the legs, and we'll shake our head yes and no. Let's center the head, and we'll roll up, softening the knees, maybe even bending them. Let's slowly roll up to a standing position with a nice rounded spine, taking our time, shoulders rolling up, back and down when we get there, pairing the hands, taking a hold of maybe the elbows or the forearms if this is uncomfortable, lifting the chest and dropping the knuckles. Standing cobra. Let's reach for the sky, my friends, and take our left hand to our right wrist. We'll lean in a half moon. Good, come to center. Let's go the other way. Feel the length down the side of the body. Strength all the way down to the feet. Good. Now, let's come to center and we'll lower our arms to shoulder height. Palms flip to the sky, lift our chest and breathe. So while we're here, squeeze every muscle in the back of the body and open the front. Level the chin. Now let's step out toward our longest finger. We don't have to go all the way under it. We can, but we don't have to. We do want to get some space between our feet. Toes point forward, heels point back. Let's turn our palms to the camera and reach slightly above the shoulder line. Good. This is called 5-pointed star. As we exhale, lower the arms and we'll take our right foot perpendicular to our left. We're going to move into a warrior 2, proud warrior. So there's our perpendicular alignment. Now let's bend our right knee so it lines with our ankle. Nice right angle. Take our right hand, my friends. Take a hold of the thigh, just roll it back. Rotate the left palm to the earth. Float the right arm back up to shoulder height. Squeeze the shoulder blades and look right. Proud warrior gazes into infinity. Now, my friends, let's look left and make sure that the left hand is an equal distance from the floor. Let's look back to the right. Try a sun warrior. So flipping the right palm to the sky, slowly reach up, part the clouds, find the sun. Left hand comes gently to the back leg, length here, right angle here, openness here, and then we find the edge. Very nice. Breathe. All right, let's try a triangle, modified. So come back to your proud warrior and slowly rotate the palms to the camera by dropping the shoulders into the ribs in the back of the body. Pushing into the floor, let's lengthen that right leg. Now, my friends, take yourself and paste everything you can to an imaginary wall. Find the pinky finger on the right hand. Look at it, and then reach through it to the right. So how far do you want to go? Totally up to you. Find some space right here in the rib cage, and then take the right hand down, the left hand up. There's zero pressure on the knee. If it feels okay, look up. Count your triangles. There are several. One big one we're forming, and several finished and unfinished ones made by the remainder of the arms, the legs, and the torso. Nice. All right, my friends, soften that right knee. Come back up to proud warrior. Let's take a breath, see if we can drop an inch into our hips. Very nice. Facing the camera, pushing the mat away. Let's bring our feet back to the parallel lines, flipping the palms to the camera, reaching up for five-pointed star again. So the star we're focusing on is the sun. So big and bright, high in the sky. Opening our heart to it, allowing it to wake us, to warm us, and to give us energy. Nice. Let's try the other way. So head to center, lowering the arms, left foot perpendicular to the right. Palms flip to earth, giving that left knee a bend. Squeezing the shoulder blades, left fingers take a hold of the thigh, roll it back. Notice what happens here in the inner thigh. We can feel it open a little more. Knee and ankle have alignment. We have a nice arch here, a nice arch here. Palms to the earth, look to the left. Reaching into infinity. Now maybe we can drop here. Ooh, a little bit more. Then we'll look the other way. So are our hands an equal distance from the earth? We try to avoid surfboard arms. We want to be very symmetrical here in our proud warrior. A lot of strength. So we really want to reach beyond the fingers into infinity. Let's look back at the left fingernails again. Flip the palm. Now this time, separate your fingers and sweep the clouds across the sky. Can we drop lower? Can we reach further? Keeping the knee and ankle aligned, keeping our arches, keeping the length here in this right leg, creating space in between each individual rib. Now find your abs, my friends, and draw them in and up as we exhale. Nice. Come on back. Proud warrior. Now we transition to triangle called Trikonasana. 3 points asana, 3 points pose. So lengthening. Palms rotate to the camera. Find the little finger, reach through. Feel the stretch down the inner arm, through the ribs, and then reach down and up. Notice how in our triangles, we are long and strong. No humps, no bumps, or rounded edges. Lots of breath. Nice. All right. As we exhale the next time, bend that left knee. Push down into the feet, slowly rise. Come back to your proud warrior. And then lengthen the leg. feet to parallel, palms to the camera. Inhale, reach up. Can we get more across the chest for our 5-pointed star? We're going to try a fallen star. So if you need to, you could put a chair in front of you, a stool, a brick, a cushion, or we could just reach for the earth. So let's bring our hands to our hips and hinge. Now, we want to come level so that our torso is level to the earth. Feel those hamstrings start to lengthen. Reach down or reach onto a prop or even a chair or a table. Now, my friends, bend the knees so we can isolate and lift the tail, and then lengthen the legs. Feeling the strength in the lower body. So bend as we exhale, inhale as we lengthen. Bend and lengthen. Let's do one more. This is called falling star. So we're speaking about the sun today. So sun's rays fall to earth and warm it. Now, if we want to, we could progress a little, walk the hands forward slightly, head between the arms. So this is pyramid. So we think about the pyramids in Egypt, and I'll turn to the side. The pyramids in Egypt are very pointy. They're 3-dimensional triangles. All right. Slowly walk or slide the hands back, and then hands on the hips. Soft knees, come on up. Let's heel toe our feet in. Come back to our mountain. And we'll sway. So a little bit of balance here we'll move into. Again, focusing on strength. So let's inhale, reach up for the sky, find that back bend. And as we exhale, bend the knees and elbows. Shoulders draw up, back, and down. This is chair. We're going to move to powerful pose and then to balance the powerful pose. So sink here, find those quads, and knit the ribs down, which what we want to do, my friends, is drop the ribs to engage the abs and tuck the tail slightly. Now, reach up with the arms and turn the palms to the camera. So it looks like this. If you feel shoulder compression, try this. Goalpost arms. Stretch the fingers in either variety, and then lift one heel. Feel those quads kick in. And then push down, and we'll switch. Again, feeling the quads. Now, try this. Push down and lift both and stay. If it's too much, keep alternating side to side. Strength, my friends. If you want more intense, drop a little lower. You could also take your hands to a chair, a table, a windowsill. Up to you. Very nice. Heels push low, lengthen. Let's do one more standing pose. So, taking our left hand, grab a hold of our left ankle. Now here, we could hold here, onto something. We could hold here, or we could hold here and grab an imaginary string from the ceiling. We want to lift the chest, feel that quad release, and then gently sink into the standing quad. Again, strength is our focus today. All right, let's switch. So, foot comes down, opposite arm comes up. Let's lift the chest here, squeeze the back of the body. So what we want, again, tucking under, knitting the ribs down, but lifting the chest. Notice how the head is between the arms. Let's switch sides. So feet on the parallel, bending the right knee, same thing. Now can we pair our thighs? Can we lift our heart? Can we breathe freely? Strength, and then can we soften the standing quad? Yes. Beautiful. Remember your option to hold on to something or that imaginary string. Very nice. Let's release and we'll return to the mountain. Again, finding that proper distance between our feet, shoulders rolling up, back, and down. Let's try another standing cobra. So pairing the hands behind us with the opposite hand dominant, or taking a hold here again. Squeezing, and lifting the chest. Seeing if we can get more strength in the back, more openness in the front. If we're here, we can slowly start to separate the arms from the back of the body. Minding our head, making sure that the neck does not strain. Really focusing on the back of the body and strengthening it. All right, let's come back to the mountain and we're going to shake it out. And let's come to the earth so we can do more strengthening poses down in a prone position. So bending our knees, coming down to the mat, and coming prone, which is just a fancy way of saying on our belly. Hands come underneath of the shoulders, and we pull the elbows in as far as we can, as close as we can get them to the ribs. Strength in the back, my friends. Toenails down, kneecaps up, which means we want to suck the kneecaps up into the thighs and engage the quads. Push your pelvic area down and lengthen your neck. Wide palms, wide fingers. Squeeze those elbows in, and now peel it up slowly. Forehead, nose, chin, chest. See if we can lift the shoulders, roll them back, squeeze the elbows in, lift the kneecaps, push the pelvic area down, and breathe. Now, if you want a little more, lift your hands. See what happens. If it's too much on your neck, lengthen. We never stress, we never struggle, we never strain. Lots of breath. Let's take another one just for fun. All right. Bring our palms down. Now let's sink our knees and push the mat away as we come to all fours and slide our knees in for a little bit of a release. So knees slide in. So we have symmetry again. Knees and hips, knees and ankles, wrists and shoulders, wrist and middle finger, all aligned. Nice long neck. From here, let's sink the hips, shoulders draw away from the ears, and we lift the chin. Exhale, tuck, round, roll, push the mat away, and really stretch out the back. So inhaling, we sink, shoulders draw back and down. Exhale, we round. Finding two more to just give our spine a little bit of a release. We did a lot of back bends. We stretched the hips. Let's do one more. And then we'll hold that rounded spine. Draw that navel in and up. And gently move the hips side to side, taking any stress off the lower back, just in case. Nice. Come to center. Let's try something on our knees, if appropriate for you. So, as with any pose on our knees, we want to roll up our mat. So coming up, give yourself a cushion. Knees go on the cushion. Toes curl under. This is a camel. If it's contraindicated for you, we can do a modified version. hands to the lower back, squeeze and lift. So there's your camel. Hips and knees are aligned, shoulders are down, breastbone lifts. If that is not going to work for you for whatever reason, maybe a knee replacement, maybe just knees in general, we're going to sit and do it in a moment. Just breathing. All right, so coming back, going to all fours. I'll meet you in child's pose. So glutes to the heels, chest to the thighs, far head down. Take a moment here, release the lower back. And then slowly slide the hands under the shoulders, come up, and we'll have a seat, and we'll do that same back bend, but in seated. So have a seat, cross-legged. You choose the leg you want to have dominant. Hands to the ankles, lift the tail, shoulders draw back and down, lift the chest. So you're getting the same back bend. We want to be mindful here, though, of the neck. So in camel, we're always very careful about the head. We don't want it to fall back. Here, it's a little more likely that that would happen. So we want to lift from here, from the tailbone, shoulders down, chest open, squeeze the back muscles, and then gently tilt the chin. Draw the navel in and up. And although in this version we don't get the hip extension, we still get the back bend. We still get the strength by using all those little back muscles. And of course, we're breathing. All right, very nice. Now, let's level and neutralize the spine. Let's all come to seated if we're not already there. And we'll extend our leg out in front. Doesn't matter which one. Sitting tall. So again, taking those back muscles out to play, squeezing them, opening the front, pushing out through the sole of the foot, strengthen this long leg. Now this foot could be all the way up at the groin, as you see here, or it could be further down the leg. As long as we're not applying pressure to the knee, life's good. Then, lifting our tail, there it is, take your walk forward, keeping the strength in the leg, the length in the spine, the breath in the body. So if we want more, we fold, we come all the way down. It's called knee to, or nose to knee pose. If we want less, we walk back up. We want to keep this active though, the back of the body, the length in the leg. It's our primary purpose. This is a bonus. This is an add-on. So stay wherever it works for you, and we'll just breathe. All right, my friends, come on up, and let's switch sides. So extend, but where it works. Find those back muscles. Open up the front. So by the engagement of all those postural muscles, we create more space in the front of the body. Space for our internal organs to function. We get more length here, and we're able to really get into that hamstring, curling those toes back, so we also get into the calf. As we exhale, it's a slow walk. A lot of length here. Find the edge, my friends, wherever it is for you on this side today. One more breath. All right, let's come up and let's extend the legs and we'll shake them out. We're going to lie down and do a twist. So bending our knees, let's glide our glutes in, give ourselves space, and we'll lie back. So easy twist. Arms come across from the shoulders, and if it feels okay, take your feet to the outer edges of your mat. And if you don't have a mat, just take them wider than the hips, a little bit. Then lower the legs to the camera, and we'll pick up the head and look at the back of the room. So in this version of a twist, shoulder blades down, chest faces the sky, hips are also facing the sky, the pelvic area. We get a little bit of a twist, but it's enough to release the spine. If it's too much, bring your feet back, bring them in, and then just lower the legs to the camera. We decide for ourselves, or actually we let the body decide for us what works in the moment. And then head to center. Let's bring our hips to the floor completely, and we'll just roll the opposite direction. And then gazing beyond our front fingers, smiling for the camera, or closing our eyes and melting here in the twist. Feeling that release, that openness. Feeling the breath fill the body. All right, head to center. One more releasing pose, so hips to the mat and knees fall together. So what this pose does is internally rotate the hips, releasing the lower back. Sliding the arms about halfway between the shoulder and the feet. So we want to let the lower back kind of melt into the floor, just in case it took on something it shouldn't have in either the standing strength or the seated strength that we did. We want to release it before we move to a little bit of restoration meditation. Now, let's heel toe our feet in, and then we'll extend the legs. Heels in, toes out. Now, let's clench the lower body. So let's tense the glutes, tense the entire lower body, including the feet and toes. And then we'll release. Now tense the upper body, squeeze the shoulder blades, tense, and release. Now tense the hands, the fingers, the arms, and release. Now tense the face, and release. And then we'll roll the head gently side to side, releasing anything going on in the neck. And then center the head and tuck the chin. Taking a moment for ourselves before we move off this mat and into our day, we want to flood the body again with air. Let it go. And then flood the mind, muting the chatter, setting aside the to-do list. And for the next minute or so, my friends, I invite us, or yoga invites us, to assume nothing. So slowly we begin to wiggle our fingers and toes, rolling the ankles and wrists. Let's give a bend to the back knee, connecting the foot to the mat, and we'll roll over toward the camera. Gently pushing the mat away, helping ourselves up and finding a seated position. Hands to Anjali Mudra, thumbs to the heart, drawing in one more breath. We hold it inside the body, connecting to the beating of the heart in the chest, perhaps setting an intention, large or small, for this day. As we exhale, we gently bow the head. And in closing, yoga invites us to join together in saying Shanti 3 times. Shanti, 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 meaning peace. Have a peaceful day. Namaste. And we thank you for tuning in. On behalf of myself, I'm Mary Ann, and all of us here at Newcastle County, we thank you for tuning in to these virtual live stream classes. Have a wonderful day, my friends, and we'll see you next time.